Let me take you back to the 1970s and 1980s, to the dense, shadowy woods of Staten Island, New York. This is a place where the trees grow thick and the air feels heavy, where the line between reality and nightmare blurs. It's here in the heart of the abandoned Willowbrook State School that the legend of Cropsey was born, a tale so chilling it still haunts those who dare to whisper it. The story begins with a place of despair. Willowbrook was once a state-run institution for children with disabilities, but by the 1970s, it had become a crumbling relic of neglect and abuse. The building loomed like a monster over the surrounding woods, its broken windows staring out like hollow eyes. Locals said the place was cursed, that the suffering within its walls had seeped into the very soil. And then, the children began to disappear. It started with rumors, whispers of a man who lurked in the woods, a figure with a hook for a hand and a thirst for blood. They called him Cropsey, a name borrowed from urban legends, but this was no campfire story. Children vanished without a trace, their screams echoing through the trees before they were swallowed by the darkness. Parents warned their kids to stay away from the woods. But curiosity is a dangerous thing. One night, a group of teenagers decided to test a legend. Armed with flashlights and bravado, they ventured into the woods, laughing nervously as they approached the ruins of Willowbrook. The air grew colder as they stepped inside, their footsteps echoing through the empty halls. It wasn't long before they heard it, a low, guttural growl, followed by the sound of dragging chains. Panic set in as they ran, their flashlights flickering as they stumbled through the darkness. One of them, a boy named Tommy, tripped and fell behind. His friends turned back just in time to see a shadowy figure emerge from the trees, a man with wild, unkempt hair, a hook glinting in the moonlight. Tommy's scream was cut short as the figure dragged him into the shadows. The police searched for weeks, but Tommy was never found. The only clue was a single, rusted hook buried in the dirt near the ruins of Willowbrook. The legend of Cropsey grew, fueled by fear and the grim history of the place. Some said he was a former patient of Willowbrook, driven mad by the abuse he endured. Others believed he was a caretaker who never left, his soul bound to the cursed grounds. To this day, the woods of Staten Island remain a place of dread. Locals swear they've seen Cropsey lurking among the trees, his hook glinting in the moonlight. And if you listen closely on a quiet night, you might hear the faint sound of chains dragging through the dirt, a reminder that some legends are all too real. So, if you ever find yourself near Willowbrook, remember the story of Cropsey, and whatever you do, don't go into the woods.